Hello everyone, it's Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we're going to start a four-part series on bloodworms. So I'm going to use the same intro for all four of them. No use doing other ones. So there's going to be four different takes on bloodworms that I've had success with over the years. One of them is an experiment. That's the double you'll see. Yeah, so that's what we're up to. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's get tying. So in the vise today, we have a AHREX FW560 and size 8. 8 and 10 is what I tie these in. Yes, it's big, but for a chironomid for a bloodworm, but they work in this size and one size smaller. For the body, it's just going to be some red buzzer flecks. For the legs, some red buzzer flecks. For a little bit of the, it's more to hide the tie-in point, a little bit of sparkle blend dark olive green, right? Or a peacock. Peacock herl would be good here too. I'm not a big fan of peacock herl on these things because I find that they get torn apart really easily. And then some Semperfli bright silver 0.2 mil wire. Okay, so both beads at the front. Start your thread, black Nanosilk. Come back right to that bend. Don't go around it, just to the bend. Okay. Come back forward just a bit. And I'm going to take one strand of buzzer flecks. And I'm just going to cut a piece of it off because this stuff is about 12 inches long and don't need that. And just, hold on, come back to the back. Then wrap it around and put it right in the middle is where you want this to end up. And then you want this facing back, kind of. I mean, really, these are, if they get a little random, it's actually not a bad thing. So, and then I'm just going to give them a cut, just so they're both about the same length, give or take. Could leave them a little longer, up to you. Okay, I'm just going to about there, and I'm going to grab my buzzer flecks again. And this is really up to you how many of what you want to do, how many legs you want. You can put 4 legs in here, 6 legs in here, 8. It's totally up to you. This is my, let's say, called bastardized version of the apps worm, but with like a twist. So, okay. Should have tied in the silver wire first, but it'll be fine doing it here. It's been a rough day of video filming today. Just all kinds of little things going on. It's actually been a technology rough day. Internet's been going on and off. Just, whatever. Right, so back, come forward about the halfway point. So I'll take my bead and I'll put it there and take a look. Yeah, that's about it. No more than that. So and I'll take my red buzzer flex and I'm stretching it pretty good. Okay. Tie that off. It's been really humid down here in Mexico the last 4 or 5 days. It's just been kind of gross. I don't like the heat and the humidity much. So that's one of the reasons we're up in this town we're in, which is San Cristobal, because it doesn't usually get that hot because it's up in the mountains, right? So, but Yeah, not this time. It's unusual. And on top of that, there's like 2,000 forest fires in this state alone. So they're kind of all over the place. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a whip finish. One of those days that were not is going right at all for videotaping, I tell you. Jeez. Yeah, just one of them days. That's okay. You guys get to see mistakes and whatever else. So now, I'm just pushing that bead as far back as I can. Okay. And I'm going to build a little bit of a dam right there in front, just so it doesn't move. Just so it doesn't move. And this time I'll do it the right order. Silver wire. Right up against that bead. Red buzzer flex. I don't need that much. Go right into that bead there. There we go. And really give it a good stretch. Just so you're not adding too much bulk. Okay. Tie that off. Cut that off. And then you see what just happened? That's what I want for this next stage. I want it to fray a bit. Okay, now I'm going to take, where'd that piece go? There it is. This, and I'm going to tie it in on one side. Okay, and I'm going to take another little piece about the same size and do the same thing on the other side. So we'll bring it over and around. Okay, not worrying about the length and all that stuff right now. Now, if you wanted to, you could have put UV resin on prior to this step, but I've never found that it really matters because I'm able to take my brush and get around all of it anyway. So now I'm going to take just a tad of that, a tiniest bit of that Peacock green dubbing. Just give it a bit of a... Now, I could have done that in the middle after that other bead as well if I wanted, but I'm using it here to separate the legs, let's call them, right? So hopefully you guys can't hear that, but my wife's working in the background, so. But if you do, oh well, sorry. Couple of sets of whip finishes in there. Nip that off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch and cut right up here, way up high. Okay, because see what it frays then. But I don't want to cut the length too much. Let it fray. And then I'm just going to pull it apart into preferably two. Okay, and then I can cut my length without stretching it. I'll get rid of some of those extra frays, right? Same here. Get those, split them apart, and then figure out my length roughly. Same on this one. Just give this a real good pull. Let it fray. Give it a real good pull. And you see how I'm going right up against my fingers almost, right? And then try to get those. Now, if you got big clod hoppers like mine, I'll just take my Renomed pliers and get in there and grab what I want and split it. Same on this side. Split it. Cut those a bit shorter. You get the gist of what I'm doing here, right? Just getting it nice and buggy, leggy. And then same at the very back if you can. I could have left those a little longer for this portion, but it's all good. And they're already frayed. And that is it. That is the frayed worm, let's call it. Ugly, ugly, ugly. But I guarantee you, you'll catch fish with this thing. The AHREX worm is absolutely deadly. And this one is just a little bit different, right? So here's another one I tied. It's not quite as frayed as that, right? Tied earlier. So this one's only got 4 legs out the front and 4 legs out the back instead of like 6. But yeah, they're great. And like I said, you can coat the bodies if you want with some UV resin. These will sink fairly fast. They can be used under an indicator, or they can be used lock style, so you're casting it out and just slowly stripping it in, as long as there's not a lot of breeze that's pushing you. You don't want to have to strip this in fast, because that's not what it's meant for, right? But yeah, there you go, the frayed worm. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's a different one, and probably some of you guys are going, "What the hell is that monstrosity?" But these things work. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you've subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, please consider doing so, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. Headlines.